Today, I want to talk about something that makes a huge difference between a quiet book launch and a successful one, and that is building buzz before release day. A lot of writers think that marketing starts when the book goes live. It doesn't. Marketing starts a week, sometimes months before before the release day. The goal is to create anticipation so that readers can finally buy the book that they've already been emotionally invested in. And today I'm going to walk you through my current buzz building plan, step by step, using the exact task I am working on right now. If you are preparing to launch yourself, hopefully this gives you ideas of how to adapt it for your own book. So, why does building buzz matters? One of the biggest mistakes authors make is releasing a book into silence. You can write the most incredible novel in the world, but if readers don't know it exists, they can't buy it. Creating a buzz builds momentum, momentum creates visibility, and visibility creates sales. But beyond sales, buzz also creates community. Readers begin to follow the journey. They start commenting, sharing, speculating, counting down with you. And that emotional connection matters because readers are much more likely to support and feel that they are part of it. That's why I wanted this launch plan to focus not just on promotion but engagement. Step 1, the press release. So the first thing on my list is the press release. This is where I officially announce the release date. Now, some authors skip press releases entirely, but I think they're underrated, especially for indie authors trying to establish professionalism around a launch. A press release gives the announcement weight. It makes the release feel like an event rather than another social media post. For mine, I'm focusing on the release date, what the book is about, why readers should care, and what makes this release special. The most important thing is to keep it concise but emotionally interesting. You don't want it to sound robotic, you want readers to feel excited. And I also try to reuse part of the press release across marketing content. So sections might become Instagram captions, newsletter copy, Facebook posts, website updates, even YouTube descriptions. Repurposing content saves a huge amount of time during a launch week. Then that's step 2, sending the book to the ARC team. If you're unfamiliar with ARCs, that stands for Advanced Review Copies. These are early copies sent to the readers for an exchange for an early review. And honestly, reviews are one of the biggest forms of social proof that you can have. When readers land on your book page and see reviews ready there and waiting, it immediately makes the book feel more established and trustworthy. But ARC readers can do more than leave reviews. They can help generate early hype, word of mouth, social media posts, quotes you can reuse, reader reactions, and story discussions. And one thing I have learned is that communication with your ARC team matters. Don't just send the file and disappear. Make them feel involved, update them, share countdowns, ask for your favourite characters and favourite scenes. When readers feel included in the process, they become emotionally invested in the success of the launch. And those readers often become long-term supporters for future books as well. Then we've got step 3, group promotions. I have talked about group promotions quite a lot during this series. but it is important, so I will mention it again. It is massively underestimated. So, group promotions. For the release week, I am joining group promos designed for authors helping authors. And the reasons this can work so well is because the visibility multiplies fast when multiple creators are promoting simultaneously. Now, obviously, not every promo is effective. Some are just endless link dumping and no engagement. The good groups can expose your books to new readers, new authors, genre communities, newsletter swaps, and cross promotion opportunities. The key is participation. Don't just drop your link and vanish. Engage with other authors too, comment on their posts, share their content, and support their launches. The writing community remembers generosity, and over time, relationships matter just as much as the algorithm. Then you have step 4, favourite line slideshow. This is effective, and honestly one of my favourites because it feels creative rather than sales focused. I'm creating slideshows featuring favourite lines and quotes from the book. Readers love emotionally charged snippets. A strong quote can instantly communicate tone, atmosphere, character dynamics, genre, emotional stakes, and short form quote content performs incredibly well on short short form platforms: TikTok, Instagram Reels, Pinterest, Facebook Stories, and YouTube Shorts, especially with paired with music and cinematic visuals. The most important thing is choosing the lines that create curiosity. You don't want to spoil plot twists. You want readers thinking, what happened here? Who said what? And what happens next? That curiosity drives clicks. And honestly, quote slideshows are one of the easiest ways to repeat promotion of your books without sounding repetitive, because each quote highlights a different emotional angle from the story. Then we have step 5, price checks and platforms. It sounds less exciting, but it is still important because price checks before launch, you need to know where to price your books. Price it too high, then it's going to deter people from buying your book. Too cheap, then you're undervaluing your books. So before launch, I always double check ebook pricing, paperback pricing, platform links, regional pricing, and distribution settings. As you know, I always lean for direct, but if you're going wide, then you'll want to have a look at your distribution settings so you know who is pushing your book to which platform, and then so that you can cover your bases. Because the last thing you want to do during book week is technical chaos. You want readers clicking links and buying smoothly without confusion. You also want to think about pricing strategy that matters psychologically. As I've already said, a launch price that can create urgency, so like flash sales and discounts. A temporary discount can encourage early readers, and platform decisions matters as well. Some authors go wide, some stay exclusive, like Kindle Select, and some focus on direct sales. Okay, me. There is no universal right answer, but direct sales means you get more for your money. It depends on your goals. For me, Always think about discoverability, reader convenience, long-term audience growth, profit margins, marketing flexibility. I recommend checking every single link before launch day yourself. Don't rely on others. Check it personally before you send it out, because a broken down links during a launch would be catastrophic. And then you have step 6, the then versus now. This is probably the most personal item on my list. I'm creating a vlog that throws back from week 1 throughout the journey up until like post launch, so that you can go back and be like, remember when I did this, and then you can use those links, videos and throwbacks to generate more audience. And honestly, yeah, who doesn't love a transformative story? People connect emotionally with progress. People connect emotionally with progress. Seeing the early stages compared to the finished product reminds viewers that books don't just magically appear overnight. There's drafting, rewriting, doubt, editing, late nights, and creative breakthroughs. And showing the process helps readers feel connected not just to the book but to you as the creator. I think behind the scenes content works especially well in modern audiences, because modern audiences don't just follow products anymore, they follow journeys. That's why contents like writing updates, draft comparisons, notebook planning, old outlines, character evolution, and failed ideas can all become engaging marketing. People enjoy seeing the messy creative process, especially writers. And for this blog especially, I'm including a launch countdown, book links, old clips, reflections of the process, and what changed between draft 1 and the final version. I think that emotional storytelling makes a promotion more authentic. Then, step 7, the unboxing videos. I love unboxing videos. Honestly, there's something special about holding a finished book for the first time and seeing the reaction on the author's faces. It never gets old, especially after months or years of work. Unboxing videos work because excitement is contagious. You'll experience emotional payoff alongside you, and visually, physical books naturally perform well on video. The cover, the spine, the pages, especially if you've got illustrations, and the texture. Readers love seeing finished product in real life rather than just digital mock-ups. For my unboxing video, I want it to feel genuine rather than overtly polished. I want viewers and readers to feel like this is the moment that the project has become real. And unboxing videos are also so useful because they generate reusable content. You can take clips and turn them into shorts, reels, TikToks, promotional teasers, and website banners. One filming session can become weeks of marketing material. Once you have posted your social media content, you want to track your views and engagements. I have a spreadsheet for this so that I can keep track. Now, one thing you may have noticed in my plan is that I left space for views and engagement. And that is intentional because marketing should be measured. A lot of authors post content emotionally instead of strategically. But tracking engagement helps you to understand what readers respond to, which content performs better, which platforms are worth focusing on, what creates conversion and what generates clicks. For example, maybe a quote slideshow outperforms a press release. Maybe behind the scenes content gets more comments. Maybe a TikTok performs better rather than Instagram. You don't know unless you track it. And over time, those analytics help you build smarter launch strategies. Marketing becomes less guessing and more refined. So, for my final thoughts. Overall, my goal for this launch plan is simple. I don't want a press release to feel like a start of the excitement. I want the release day to feel like the payoff. That's the difference. If readers have already been following your journey for weeks, months, launch day becomes the climate of anticipation rather than a random announcement. And honestly, I think that mindset shift changes everything. So if you're preparing a book launch yourself, let me know. What is your favourite way to build buzz before your release day? Do you enjoy behind the scenes content, quote reveals, cover reveals, countdowns, or art campaigns? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like, subscribe, and follow the journey as we get closer to launch day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.